Girl, hold on. Hey, what is up, my guy? John, let me put on this music track because I want to set the moment a little bit. What is going on, YouTube? I don't know. I feel like this is a little bit loud. And it's going. If it's annoying me, I know it's going to annoy y'all. Child. Let me set the music down a little bit. Let me get my water together, child. Anyway, it's been a minute since I've been on here. I already know this is like late notice, so I already know that it's not going to be like a lot of people on the live. That's why I'm kind of stalling right now, so we can get some people up on here. But if you are on here, child, please be sure to share the news, honey. Share it, honey. Because look, the algorithms is trying to algorithm, honey. But look, we gonna keep it moving. I got my little waters. Oh my god, like regular pages can now share videos. Anyway, there's a lot of new things that I'm learning. I know YouTube is trying to be more geared towards like the community tab, which I'm gonna start posting. Oh, this could be like a little bit of an update because it's been a minute since we've actually talked, right? So like, yeah, like YouTube is trying to be more geared to like the community tab. Like they're trying to make the community tab like a version of Instagram or some shit or whatever. So, you know, if y'all want to share me just to spread the word or whatever. What's going on? I see we got a couple people in here, child. I'm trying to leave a comment, child. This has been a minute since I've been on live. What's going on? So what we're gonna do is what I normally do. We're gonna go through Instagram and we're gonna shoot the shit. Because that's what this live is about. Hold on one second. I gotta share the live. Because I'm making it a habit to not talk while I'm doing other stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to that. Yeah, so we basically gonna talk about a lot of stuff. So I already know this is late notice. So if you are in the replay game, shout out to the replay game. You know, y'all gonna get this video to numbers anyway. But yeah, there is a lot to get into. You know, like I told y'all, next Monday, which I believe is the 13th, if I'm not mistaken, the Darren Green Show will return, and we will have a lot to really, you know, to dig into. Okay, let's be very clear. I'm already, you know, working on the topics that I want to work on anyway. Some of it was going to coincide with what we're talking about here. And all that good stuff. I want to get on here for like a good little 30 minutes or something. Maybe 25 at best. We'll see what it does. We'll see what they do. But please be sure to leave a comment, okay? Because we want, you know, I want to talk to y'all guys. I don't want to talk to myself, chat. Anyway, you know me, I like to get right into it, and we're already on Instagram. So let's just talk about some of the stuff that's been happening. Like I've been actually posting on my Instagram. Y'all want to go ahead if y'all want to, you know, follow me on Instagram, child, because you know TikTok is about to be out of here in a couple of weeks, unfortunately. Well, I have high hopes for TikTok. Okay, they're doing their final. TikTok is getting its final judgment this Friday, so hopefully the Supreme Court chooses to keep TikTok and, you know, we can continue to make content on there. And if not, we're just going to be on Instagram. But if y'all, this is my little shameless plug, the only shameless plug that I'll give y'all on this live stream. If y'all want to go ahead and follow me on the Darren Green Show Instagram, because that's probably where I'll be primarily when it comes to like the short form content going forward. But anyway, let me not hold y'all a little bit too much. But anyway, here's some of the stuff that I was talking about this week, which was kind of pissing me off. Y'all heard about Azalea Banks coming for Doechii? First of all, bitch. Apparently, girl, let me get my love, because I can't read that far. That's too. I'm trying to. Y'all can read it. I'm gonna read it from my phone, because bitch. First of all, she responded to I guess a tweet that said, okay, but can we agree that Doechii is one of the hardest rappers that we have right now? Something to that effect. This girl, Azalea Banks, she literally tried to sit there and say, let me read this thing, just quote for quote, honey, girl. She said, girl, absolutely not, LMAO. She got Def Jam Poetry Slam, New York and CAF Music TDE with writing camp shit, is giving DEI higher. Everybody was convinced themselves that she's good because she's dark skinned, and if you tell the truth and admit that she's boring, you're automatically a colorist or whatever. But she looks horrible in them outfits, some hyper pigmentation around her coochie and buttocks. Okay, so crunchy, but she loves showing it. LMAO. Honestly, all the sympathy accolades she's getting could have gone to Asian Doll. And which I just didn't understand. I'm gonna stop right here because I ain't gonna go too far though. Because she was going a little bit more on Twitter. Like, I'm not gonna go tweet for tweet, because Azalea Banks, she'll sit there and just tweet for days, child. I'm just like, girl, what are we talking about? Why are you hating on this girl at this point? I just thought it was so corny. I mean, I did a video on TikTok. I had no idea. First of all, Bob the Drag Queen. Shout out to Bob the Drag Queen. Okay. He commented on my stuff. He was like, because in the video I said, like, I didn't see this on my bingo, on my 2025 bingo card, and people was like, no, they had beef. Like, Azalea Banks was talking crap about Doechii. I'm like, I didn't know that. This is new news to me. Okay, like I didn't know that. But here we are, child. They over here. Well, it's one-sided because Doechii's not really giving her the time of day. Look, here's the thing. I think that, like I said before, nobody cared about Doechii when she dropped her Alligator. Damn. Don't do me. Hold on, because I feel like it's them albums that's just like it's hard to remember, but it was a good album. But I'm just saying, it's just I'm being honest. Like, what is it called again? Girl, alligator bites never heal, child. Yeah, they never do. I think that a lot of people are jumping onto the bandwagon of hating on Doechii because she got her little 4-time nominations. Because none of y'all was saying nothing about her when she originally dropped this mixtape. First of all, I'm not even gonna call it an album. It's a mixtape. That's what she said it was. It's a mixtape. And I think Azalea Banks particularly, okay, I think she's just upset because, basically Doechii is, doing, having the career that Azalea wish she had. I mean, Doechii is a rapper. She sings. Her music, it's a lot of I can see like the influence from Azalea with Doechii's music. Like, it's very similar to a certain extent. Like, but Doechii's not doing like ballroom type, because that's kind of what Azalea Banks does. But I mean, more on the poetry and more on the spoken word type vibe that Azalea Banks gives, and that's what Doechii gives as well. And I think maybe Azalea is probably feeling like, I did this before. I did this back in 2009. You know what I'm saying? Like, you took my whole bar and flow, this, that, and the third. Sure, she's probably feeling like that, but girl, DEI higher, bitch, are we Republican? Like, that was so uncalled for. That to me, that was just very surprising, because I didn't peg Azalea as like no revolutionary or anything like that. Like, she's like pro-black or anything like that. Let's be very clear. But I definitely, I wouldn't have pegged her to say some shit like that. That's some shit that you would expect like conservatives to say, like Elon Musk, like, a lot of these conservative, no, I'm just saying like non-black, but it's some conservative blacks that's probably saying, I can see like Amber Rose saying this, maybe, or whoever the hell that wants to, meet ride Trump. But Azalea, that was very surprising to me. That's all I just want to say about that situation, but we can move on, honey. another topic as we warm up into what I want to get into. Now, girl, why they do this to Patty? And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because look, I think that looking back at this situation, okay, should she? Because it is starting to resurface again. The conversation behind like her basically getting on Andy Cohen and Andy Cohen asking her about Luther Vandross. Well, let me just give y'all the context. Basically, the documentary brought up a clip from when Patti LaBelle was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, and Miss Cohen had asked her about, Luther Vandross, dabbling into, homosexuality potentially, or him not wanting to share that about his life. And, Patty she basically said like, yeah, that was a struggle. He didn't want his mom to know. He didn't want his fans to know because he had a lot of women fans, yada, yada, yada. Well, Patty got dragged. Okay. And I've always felt like that was weird to me because at the end of the day, like y'all getting mad at the person answering the question, but not the person that's asking the question. Like Andy Cohen was just as shady. And I'm not saying that Patty is like an angel. I mean, she could have if that was your friend, you get what I'm saying? You could have kept your mouth shut. You should have said nothing. But at the end of the day, Andy Cohen was the one that asked the damn question. And when you get on with the Watch What Happens Live, they be drinking. They be drinking and doing all types of stuff, child. So at the end of the day, it's me. I just feel like, like y'all need to let up on her a little bit. But what happened was the documentary had dropped, right? And allegedly, because that's what they say on this is the neighborhood talk. They're saying that Patty actually was slated to have an interview on this documentary, but she turned it down, or she didn't sign the contract because she wanted, like, her team wanted like the final review of the entire documentary so that they can sit there and approve it and what have you. So apparently Patty did not sign it. And because they didn't sign it, they took out all they took out all her parts and all her, because it made sense for her to be on there anyway. I always thought that was kind of weird that she wasn't a part of it. Now we know. They took that out and then they put in that clip that I'm about to play right now. And this is essentially what was said. Well, let me turn on this.
Something that you talked about at all? We talked about it. It was basically he did not want his mother to be, although she might have known, but he wasn't going to come out and say this to the world. And he had a lot of lady fans, and he told me that he just didn't want to upset the world.
We're gonna stop there because they go into other parts of the interview. But my thing is this, like, girl, will we not? Oh, hold on, wait. What is going on here? Look, at the end of the day, yes, that was his business, and I feel like Patty should not have said what she said. Like I said, she was on the Broad Trappers Live. They like people be drinking on there. They said she had a couple glasses of wine that night. Okay, so not too much on Auntie. I feel like I judge based on intentions, and I feel like her intentions were pure when she said that. I think that she was kind of like thrown, I wouldn't even say thrown under the bus, but just like ambushed with that question. And Andy does that. Like he will do that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like that time where he had Titus on there, and now Titus is apparently like banned from his show or whatever. But that time when Titus was talking about him working with what's his name, Eddie Murphy, and Andy wanted to be like a little shady ass bitch talking about but how was it working with Eddie Murphy? Because his homophobic past. Like, girl, like what? Like, you want me to bash him? We just got done working together. You want me to bash him to remind him of his past of being homophobic potentially back when he was younger? Girl, get the fuck out of here. And the fact that they really did not drag him, and that's the thing. A lot of people don't. It's not that we think that because it was I got a lot of pushback from mutuals and also other people that was in my comments, and even when I commented on, I think I commented on this post. Did I? Oh yes, I did. Got like 8 comments and like 152 likes. My thing is this: like, it's not that I feel that Patty, and I'm not going to dwell over this too much because this is not that big of a topic. I don't feel like Patty was the main culprit, but at the end of the day, the energy needs to be thrown at Andy too. Okay. And for people that's also saying, oh, she would not say that had it been a black interviewer, that is some bullshit, right? Now, had she sat on Carlos King's little podcast, and I believe Carlos probably would have asked him, I think Patty would have said the same thing with the same circumstances. I mean, you drinking and your energies is up and all that other stuff. You got libations inside of you and all that. Girl, she would have sung like a goddamn canary had it been a black interviewer or a white one. I don't believe that stuff right there at all. But anyway, let's move on, child. I feel like I'm on this too much. Well, just a little bit of an update because I have been covering this story, child. Nikki. So the Detroit police reportedly. Oh no, this is old news, girl. What the other one? What girl? Why I ain't got this thing potted up yet? Because they said that initially the Detroit police was requesting a warrant for her arrest, but now they're they were reviewing it, but then now they kind of like reneged or said that this is not enough evidence to have a warrant for her arrest. To give y'all a bit of context, like Nikki is being sued by an ex-manager or a person that says that he was a manager of Nikki's child. And apparently, she, at one of her concert shows backstage, she had apparently slapped him or something like that, or physically assaulted him and like threatened him with his life and saying that she'll never work in this town again. The whole nine. There was an arrest warrant that was allegedly being processed in the through the Detroit police, but they now have it has stopped because I mean, and I don't mean to sound mean or just like, but it just okay. Nikki slaps you. I think that's kind of problematic, and I think that telling somebody that you ain't never working this town again. And threatening people with his life, or she sat there and said, she gonna get zoo on you. That husband like to hit. Let me stop there. Allegedly, but that husband like to hit and beat up on things, child. So, he was probably fearful of his life. I get it. I don't think it was that deep. Pay me for my troubles. Make it a don't make it a civil suit or whatever. Just sue for well, he is suing for damages. It is still being processed. We'll see how that plays out. But I'm not seeing. I don't really see this going far at all. This story was just like a good little fluff piece. Anyway, what else is going on, girl? Now, here's some of the topics that are just like that I've just saved because I've just seen them on my timeline. First of all, why they saying Sunny Holston a husband? Okay, sue for insurance fraud, girl. What's up with these girls and what's up with these people and their husbands and sometimes them with the insurance fraud, girl? Anyway, I'm gonna read this little excerpt from the Neighborhood Talk. Shout out to them. They said the husband of the co-host The View, Sunny Holston, is facing some legal trouble, according to Daily Mail. Dr. Emmanuel Manny Holston, is among nearly 200 people named in a federal lawsuit that accuses him and others of allegedly committing insurance fraud. The plaintiff, American Transit, who covers people who work with Lyft, Uber, and taxi drivers, claims that a orthopedic surgeon knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including surgeries to covered persons through Holston's orthopedic, that he what did he do? Okay, so hold on now. Had to come a little closer. Allegedly fraudulently billed insurance company. Basically, they claim that Holston and his practice provide care to patients and build the insurance company without giving the company the right to deny the claims if necessary, leaving them to pay all the bill. Oh, Okay. Now, the American Transit claims that doctors in NY are taking advantage of the no fault law, which is designed to pay promptly regardless of who is at fault or whether there are any negligence for economic losses up to $50,000 per person. Now, Halston's attorney is denying all claims, obviously, and saying that the insurance company is desperate because they're near bankrupt. American Transit has rushed into the lawsuit without ever conducting an examination of the doctor or expressing of any concerns of his lawyers. Ooh, girls. This is messy. I mean, it can go either way. I'm not sure. This is definitely something that like this was posted 2 hours ago. Damn. Well, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this plays out. But damn, what's up with y'all? Y'all husbands getting into some of this scandalous stuff, child. Real scandalous. I don't know, child. But y'all will tell me what y'all think about that in the comments. Another person that's he wants smoke. Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. Jay-Z uses his accuser's NBC interview against them in a new filing, claims that Tony Bugsby uh did not have proper research before filing this false allegations. Now, apparently, now what's going on here, child? I'm gonna read this little excerpt. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts. Now, it's saying that the filing that was obtained by TMZ, Jay claims that Bugsby filed a lawsuit without doing the proper research to see if the allegations had any truth to them. If y'all recall, a few weeks ago, the anonymous accuser did an interview with NBC describing her version of the alleged events. The interview exposed a lot of inconsistencies in the story, which Jay says shows that Bugsby did not even try to investigate because if he did, he wouldn't have filed the suit. The filing mentions that how the accuser claimed that she was assaulted at the VMA Awards after party, but Jay provided pictures of him at a completely different after party than where the woman described. In the interview, she claimed that she watched the award show on the Jumbotron outside the Radio City Hall because she couldn't get in. But the filing provide evidence that there was no such screen outside the venue. They even provided proof that the city of New York didn't allow the venue to have a Jumbotron at the time of the award show. I mean, could we keep on going? They even used the part of the NBC interview where the accuser's own father claimed that he had no recollection of picking up the teen 5 hours away from her home. It's the whole thing. And I'm gonna tell you one thing right now, child. The way this story crumbled before our very eyes, that Jane Doe should have never did that damn interview. That was what killed them. Because now, and why is the lawyer in the Jane Doe not coinciding with the same story? That don't make any sense. It don't make any sense that people was jumping the gun and ready to, because I get it. We're in this time where call out culture and everybody got to get it. Everybody get it. This, that, and the third. Everybody did some, and I still, and quiet as it's kept. Like I do believe that Jay-Z probably did get into some things. I'm not opposed to believing that, but what I'm telling you right now, this ain't it. This shit is not it. They got several different alternate beliefs or alternate claims of where things was happening, who did what. Jay-Z wasn't even there at the venue that they described. And originally this was the person that was trying to get Diddy. Now I'm looking at it like, okay, so if you're lying about Jay, you might be lying about Diddy. And I don't want to say that because at the end of the day, like I believe all of the accusers that say, Diddy did it. I believe Diddy did it, but I'm just saying, like, it does look it looks a little sus now. Now we're I don't know if I can believe everything. Yeah, Jay-Z's gonna fight this. He needs to counter sue and for everybody, I find it so funny too, because let's get into it. That everybody's like, oh my God, the Carters, like, if they know they didn't do it, then why are they not trying to counter sue, or why are they not trying to really combat what's going on? we see this right now before our very eyes. Jay-Z is firing back at this lawyer in defense of his claims, and in his, in, you know, he's not trying to be accused. He's defending himself. Now it's crickets. I find it so funny that there's so much crickets right now. Like, nobody's talking about the Carters no more. Now it's like, oh well, you know, trash. Okay, y'all sat there and y'all let Jaguar run y'all asses into insanity with them damn stupid ass claims, and y'all have nothing to show for it. Do I believe that there's powerful people out there that's doing real devious things? Absolutely. Do I think that Jay-Z got into some things? I think so. But I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not it. And this lawyer just needed, well, at this point, it's too late because you already done did the smear campaign. So I believe Jay-Z's probably going to counter sue for defamation. All because of some lies, honey girl. I can't, child. But anyway, let me refresh this page. Because there was, let me look through the actual spots, child. Let's see what the Hollywood Unlocked talking about, child. They talking about the Jay-Z thing. What else is going on? There was something else that I want. Oh my God. Y'all heard about this? The Shark Tank host, Kevin or Leary. Oh God. Joins the billionaire Frank McCourt in the bid to save TikTok from the US ban. Let me tell you something. I'm not even gonna read all that shit. But I'm gonna tell you right now, when it comes to TikTok being bought by like an American like billionaire or to try to, you know, claim it for us so they can keep it not banned from the U.S. Like, I don't want that to happen. I need what I need to happen this Friday is for the Supreme Court to allow TikTok to stay afloat. Because what people don't understand is they're going to the Supreme Court this Friday, and apparently it isn't going to be about defending data or defending any of the previous situations or the previous hearings that they've been seeing. What they're going to do is essentially, like, TikTok has to prove that them banning the app is a direct violation of the free speech amendment. They have to prove that to the Supreme Court, and if they're able to do it successfully, then TikTok will not be banned. But if they're unable to do that and the Supreme Court deems that it should be banned, and it's signed, still delivered. As for these billionaires, these little American billionaires that want to sit there and buy TikTok, I don't want that to happen at all. They will literally turn it into another Instagram. Like, they'll control the algorithm, because I've already seen some of them talk about it. It was like, yeah, well, you know, TikTok, once I buy it and all this other stuff, we'll clear out the algorithm so it can be how we want it to be. So that means you're gonna, everybody the people that talks the real truth on there, and people that, you know, to get real information. Because at the end of the day, look, not for nothing, I think not everything on the internet is correct and real and the real news. But TikTok has been like a main source of just like objective truth when it comes to what's going on in the world, what's going on in this country. And I think that seeing a billionaire from this country buying this app, turning it into whatever they want to turn it into, there's just not going to be no space for creators to really talk and really, you know, do work. People start their businesses on here. Like, I think it's going to affect small businesses by doing that. Y'all might as well ban the shit, because there really is nothing else that if these people buy TikTok, it's just not going to be good. It's going to be like another Instagram or another Facebook. You ain't going to get the views that you got before. It's just not going to be good. So I have high hopes that the Supreme Court makes the right decision on Friday to keep this app. You know? Anyway, we can move on off of that, child. What else is going on? All right, let me look on the neighborhood talk, because I did talk about them a little bit. Hold on, the neighborhood talk. What y'all got going on right here? I see some people in the views, honey. Y'all watching it? What's going on? Leave a comment. How y'all doing? What's going on? Is there anything else, girl, that I want to get into? Oh my God, yeah, they did. So Charlamagne the God says Wendy Williams called him over the holidays, and he's saying that she's like perfectly fine to come back to radio. Now I didn't hear what he said, so I'm watching it for the first time. So let's see.
I spoke to Wendy over the holidays.
You did?
Yeah.
What happened?
She seemed perfectly fine to me. Like Wendy sounded like she could do radio tomorrow if she wanted to.
You reached out to her. She reached out to you. How did it happen? Oh, she called you.
Yeah, and I don't know what incapacitated means in regards to dementia or whatever it is they say she was dealing with. But no, there ain't nothing incapacitated about Wendy Williams.
How was her energy? How was
she sound like Wendy Williams? I'm trying to tell you, like there was she didn't skip a beat. She actually said to me when she called me, she was like, "Why are you answering the phone like we just spoke yesterday? We just talked last week." Like she wanted me to be more excited. That she called
like, stop acting like you ain't sit on my lap, nigga. What's up?
That's
stop
exactly that's exactly what it was.
Really?
To the point where they, you know, sometimes you be on, like I have the phone on like my shoulder.
Yeah.
I was washing my hands because I had peed. And
we didn't have to hear that part.
I'm just saying. And
all
then,
right.
And I guess.
Girl, okay, hold on. I just remembered. I cannot share that on YouTube because you know they try to get me. But anyway, basically he said he had a candid conversation with Wendy, and she seems like she's like really well and not incapacitated like people were saying. Here's the thing, right? I do kind of feel like that too. You know, there's a couple of videos that I've recently seen her, like real recent videos of her. I mean, she still kind of seemed dazed a little bit, but that's kind of how Wendy always kind of was. She was a little dazed. But she do seem a little like, like it's not really I don't know. I think that guardianship is definitely like weird. It's something underlying going on over there. Cause me personally, I don't think she could come back to like television, hell no, or radio at the very least. Maybe a podcast. We can test her out with a podcast episode or two or whatever, just to see for like, you know, for a good little 30 minutes to an hour. Other than that, I don't know. I would love to see Wendy come back. I think we all would love to see her come back and talk about, you know, the glitz and the glamour and all that stuff that she did before. She really did her thing. I think we're very hopeful that she's able to come out of this, but I don't have any high hopes. And I think that for the most part, I just think that she just needs to be with her family. And I feel like her family, you know, deserves to be in her space if this is what it is. And if she does have dementia, her family should be the ones that see her the most. So, yeah. All right. That's good that she's, you know, she seems better. Is there anything else I want to get into before I get up out of here, girl? Yeah, I think that's it. I did want to talk about Trey Songz, I guess, for a little bit because, right, I did see this on my timeline. I'm like, what's going on? Let me read this thing. It says Trey Songz is fighting to overturn an $11 million default judgment in a battery lawsuit claiming he was blindsided by a case and not properly served. The judgment awarded in November stems from allegations of the Maryland Capitol Police official who claims he was injured in the 2021 while trying to rescue his wife from Trey Songz. What is going on? Trey Songz legal team alleges that he's only learned the judgment on November 27, 2024 through the media reports. Why he always getting... Now, see, this is new. I didn't hear about this. This is a whole new lawsuit? See, and I think he... It's weird. That is crazy. You over here stealing people's wives and stuff. Well, you know what they said about Trey Songz. This is a baby R. Kelly. Anyway, I said, where am I at, girl? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. The ones that did tune in. Next time, leave a comment. And for the replay watchers, y'all late, but that's okay. Go ahead, like this video, comment, all that other stuff. See y'all later. Bye.